Nobody's going to give you what you cannot give yourself. Okay? That love, that recognition, why don't you give yourself that? Welcome. I'm your host, and you're listening to Elevate with Noe, your new favorite and go-to podcast. It's about time you tuned in. Come on this journey with me, and let's get it. Hi, ladies. Welcome back to another episode. I'm so glad that you're here. And if you're new, girl, welcome. What are you waiting for? Smash that subscribe button, girl, and get on. We're waiting for you to grow this community, okay? So yeah, each one of you who supported me for the launch, I am so grateful. And I still can't believe that I did that. But you know what I said in the previous episode? Your girl's gonna push through. We're not stopping. We're not stopping until we're getting to the goals, until we're getting our life together, our dream life. We're gonna keep pushing, and we're not stopping until we get it. Okay? Yeah, and actually it's my second time trying to record this because I'm not sure how well it recorded on the previous one. So we're gonna see how that goes. This is part of the journey. These are some frustration that can happen, but to be honest, it just helped me practice more in front of the camera and to see how I can improve my content over time. Everything happened for a reason. All right. And so today's topic is going to be all about 5 things that I learned in my 20s that you should know. And if you've been there since the launch, you know that I've already did a part 1. So if you're new and you have not listened to the audio or watch it, please listen to it, watch part 1 first before coming to the part 2. All right. So first thing that I've learned in my 20s that you should know. So number 1 is your friendship group will change. Remember when I said that the friendship dynamics change? Guess what? The friendship group as well, girl. It's no longer how it used to be. In high school, you used to have your little crew to hang around with all the time. But now as we're adult, it's so different. How many of you now are still friends with people who are from your high school? Personally, I do, but I don't have that many. I probably have 3, which is not that much. A lot of people, it's close to 0, and that's fine too. And it's okay to let go of these friendships. Some of us, we either cut them off or they fade away as they should. And you should not hang on friendship that are no longer serving you, okay? Because a lot of the time we hang on friendship that are toxic or fake. And girl, we're not doing that. We're not keeping toxic friendship in 2025, okay? Period. We are not doing this. And if you're a part of this community or want to take part of this journey with me, you know that these type of friendship gotta go. And you know what's the good thing of that? When these type of friendship fade away, guess what? Like I told some of my friends, is that you're allowing yourself and giving space for new and better friendship, better quality friendship. So it's a win-win. You're not losing anything. You're not missing out on anything by letting go of your friends from high school, especially if they were toxic to you or that you guys just drew apart. And that's okay. It's life. And you know what's crazy is that sometimes as you're getting older, you realize that sometimes you don't have as many value in common or goals in common with these friends that you used to hang around with. It was all fun and games until someone gets hurt, right? But as you get older and you need to start being a bit more serious about life or what you want to do with your life, it's normal that some of them gonna disappear. Not everyone can join you at the top, unfortunately, or fortunately, because you're giving space for better quality people. And it's crazy because I remember one time one of my friends talked to me about high school. What you need to understand is that the friendship we're in, it's like a byproduct because we are staying around the same people. So you don't have much choice but to be with this type of crew, but it's by default. It's not necessarily because you generally like them or because you want to be with them. It's because you have no one else to go to. These are the people you're going to be stuck with for the rest of high school for years and years to come. So of course you end up spending time with them and developing this type of friendship. But the moment that people graduate and leave high school, that's how you start seeing how real the friendship was. It shows you the true colors of people. So it's a good thing. And do not worry about losing friends left and right. New ones gonna come through, okay? I know it can be lonely, but I want you to understand something. It's better to be left alone than being with the wrong people. And I will tell you that in the next thing that I've learned in my 20s, if you stick till the end. So yeah, number 2. So one thing that I've learned is you can reinvent yourself countless of time. You don't have to stay the same person that you used to be when you were in high school. You don't have to stick around with the same type of hairstyle, clothing, everything. You can reinvent it. If you were someone who used to be super loud, always being drunk and going to parties and just doing those type of things, and you decide to just turn the page and close that chapter and start a new one and being more polished woman, someone who is outgoing but energetic but also classy, you can reinvent that. You're not being fake by trying to change yourself for the better. This is different. This is not the same thing at all. And that's okay. And it's great because you don't need permission, okay? If you want to be a more classy, confident woman, then just be that woman now and start behaving and developing those habits of what a confident woman sound like, what a confident woman look like, what she feels like, what those classy women that you see out there, what are certain habits that they're developing, what are certain habits that they're currently working on that makes them become that person, and embrace that. And the new you, the people who are not gonna like that, they are not relevant in your life anyways. People should always push you to become the best version of yourself. And if they're not doing that, they gotta go. I said what I said. They gotta go, girl. Yes, they do. And sometimes reinventing yourself is necessary for your well-being and also for your mental health. Sometimes you feel stuck or you're just tired of just being the same type of person you used to be. Sometimes you just want, I don't know, cut your hair, change your hair color, change your style, wearing a new set of glasses, going out on a date alone, going on a solo trip. This new version of you is discovering new parts of yourself. Every time you're reinventing yourself, you're discovering yourself again, and you're allowing yourself to test things out, to figure out what you like, what you dislike, figure out what is serving you and what's no longer serving you. And this is also one of the reasons why a lot of women I'm seeing like to reinvent themselves, because sometimes the old you is not serving you currently, or is not serving the purpose, or is not serving the person that you're trying to become. So you have to detach the old version of yourself and reinvent. The person I used to be when I was 18 years old, 17 is no longer the same that I am in my 20s. And that's for the better, because I could not be the same person I was when I was 17, because I don't think the same way. I don't behave the same way. I don't talk the same way I was. I'm still very much like someone who loves to laugh, but I have evolved and I keep reinventing myself, whether it's my hairstyle, how I'm trying to dress myself, the jewelries I'm wearing, how I carry myself. Often reinventing yourself is a necessity. It's important for you to do. It's a must if you want to accomplish bigger things in life, or if you are tired of being the old you and you want to be the 2.0 version of yourself. All right. So now number 3 is important, like all the other points that I mentioned, but it's how the people you surround yourself with impacts you. What you surround yourself with, whether it's the people, what you consume, what you eat, what you listen to, everything impacts constructing your surrounding. It's not just the people. People are included, of course, but that's gonna take a toll on your mood. It's gonna take a toll on how you view your life. It's gonna impact how ambitious or how lazy you become. If you hang around with lazy friends, guess what? You're gonna be the 5th one. If you keep consuming content about people where their life is a hot mess, guess what? You're gonna keep attracting that. If you keep being around drama, this is what your life's gonna be like. It's going to impact you at some point, sooner or later. So it's very important. This is why my current group of friends, for example, if we talk about the people that I'm surrounded with, they're all ambitious. They're all ambitious women. They want the finest thing in life. They love to travel. They want to look polished. They want to look sexy. They want to feel beautiful. They want to get money. They want to live abundantly, live life on their own terms. So guess why I'm now making bold moves like this? Guess why now I'm showing out on camera? Before I did not used to do that. It's because of my surrounding and also what I'm consuming. The type of content creator that inspires me, whether it's on YouTube or Instagram. These are women who are taking bold action. And because this is what I'm consuming regularly, every week, this is why now I'm in front of you talking to a camera. Do you get what I mean? So everything impacts, from the people to the music you listen to, the content you consume. Everything. If you keep listening, for example, to dumb people who don't stimulate your intellect, who are constantly in messy relationship or constantly just getting drunk, nothing serious and nothing that's going to help you develop yourself or evolve as a person, you're going to be stuck in that same cycle. And then you're going to wonder, oh, why is my life always the same? Why do I feel like I'm behind? Why I feel like I'm not evolving as much? What are you consuming? You need to be strict with yourself when it comes to what you allow in your surrounding, whether it's people, music, or the content that you consume. So be careful. And even books. You want that beautiful romantic love? Are you constantly reading things about BS, relationship, baby mama drama? Guess what, girl? This is what you're training your brain to attract. But if you want to attract that beautiful, that genuine love with that handsome man, keep reading that until it becomes your reality. You get what I mean? You have to program your mind, create that environment in order for you to thrive. And that includes everything. Okay, number 4. So during adulthood, one thing I've noticed is that as soon as people graduated high school, nobody cares anymore. It's everyone for themselves. Everyone is very much self-centered. People don't really care like that unless you are making millions or you are friends with someone who's very popular. They don't care. They don't care. Everyone's very focused on themselves, on their career, what they got going on for themselves. It's me, myself, and I. If that can ease up your mind a little bit, take that bold move. Start that project, post that video, post that picture, pitch it to the brands, apply to this new job, go travel, because you have to stop overthinking that, oh, what people are gonna say. They're not thinking about you like that. I promise you. Sometimes it's what you think. You think that they are, but nobody cares. I promise you. So let yourself be, let yourself live the life that you want, the life that you have imagined. Everyone's worrying about their own problems, honey. So that should ease your mind a little bit to make bold moves, okay? Because I don't want you to live your life with any type of regrets. When it's gonna be time for you to live this world, I don't want you to be crying out, oh, I should have done this, I should have done. It's now that you have to do that, now. And this is what I'm telling you, that one thing I've learned in my 20s, that nobody cares. Unless you are a millionaire or a celebrity or you are an important public personality, they're not gonna care. So keep growing, and eventually when you're gonna make it to the top, people are gonna be like, oh yeah, I used to go to high school with that person. Oh yeah, I remember this girl. Don't let that stop you. Don't let that stop you, okay? Be your own cheerleader. You need to root for yourself and believe in yourself before anyone else can. Nobody's gonna give you what you cannot give yourself, okay? That love, that recognition, why don't you give yourself that? Don't you give yourself that first? Sometimes we're always seeking for validation, seeking for people's approval, but I'm telling you, nobody cares like that. And I know it's a harsh truth, but actually take it as something more liberating, to be free to do what you love, to be free to do something that you're passionate about, and to test the waters. and to experiment, okay? Because who are these people to judge you anyways? Okay, so number 5, and this is actually the last thing of part 2 that I've learned in my 20s. So is to be serious about your goals. When you're in your 20s, you can be a bit all over the place because it's the first time you are experiencing adulthood. You're going to university, graduating, changing programs, meeting new people. And even though all of this is amazing, do not lose sight of your goals. Your goals from any type of categories, whether it's academic-wise or appearances-wise, remember and review your goals regularly, because it's very easy to lose sight of them and just be on airplane mode. No, because then you're gonna wake up 5 years later and be like, what the hell? Did I even accomplish half of the things that I wanted for myself? You're gonna be surprised. Time goes like this. So don't play with your goals. Be serious about your goals and be intentional how you approach them. Make the move and work on them regularly, because sometimes we can write a bunch of goals, and as we're being pulled in different directions with our hobbies, school, work, we lose sight of them, or we start being inconsistent, and then 2 years have passed, 3 years have passed. Oh, what have I accomplished besides just getting a diploma or a bachelor degree? What else have you accomplished? You're gonna be surprised. Time goes by fast, ladies. I'm telling you, and I'm speaking from experience. Be serious about your goals and make the move, take bold actions, and do it. I'm not giving up on my goals and my dreams, so neither should you, okay? And remember, I told you we're in this together, so keep pushing, girl. Keep pushing. I don't want you to give up, okay? So that was it for part 2 of 5 things that I've learned in my 20s. Hopefully there's some points that I mentioned that resonate with you. If not, let me know if there's other things that you have learned in your 20s. Like I said before, comment down below if you're watching on YouTube, and let me know what are parts that resonate with you. And don't forget to like and subscribe if you're on YouTube. And you can always leave me a review. Constructive feedback always welcome, girl. And yeah, I can't wait to see you on the next one. And I actually have maybe a little announcement or a little surprise, but you're gonna have to stay tuned. Yeah, remember, you got this. You're doing great. Don't give up. Bye. Like anything in life, everything comes to an end. Yeah, girl. This concludes today's episode. Again, thank you so much for listening. And remember, you got this. See you on the next one. Bye.